Sean Connor asks, hey, Bill, can you talk a bit about the biggest technological threat on the horizon with China? Data, space, hypersonic, guided missiles, aircraft carriers. I believe it's hand down the rate towards artificial general intelligence, but I want to hear your thoughts. So, that's a grab bag, but what do you think is the biggest emerging technology
Well, Sean is an AI guy, and I would agree that AI is one of the transformational technologies. Eric Schmidt came out with a big 400-page report on this just in the last few days. The Chinese are within 10 years could be ahead of us, the report concludes, if current trend lines hold in AI as it's developing. And the reason is that they have such enormous data sets. AI learns from being exposed to large sets of data. And there are no privacy constraints in China. So you can have 100 million health records and put an AI program to work in there to learn how to diagnose certain things or in many different sectors. So AI, of course, has military implications and it has cyber espionage implications. If you can develop AI tools to guide your missiles, if you can develop AI tools to hack into other people's computers and they can't see it coming, there are just enormous implications in the AI realm. Quantum computing is another one. The Chinese are pouring billions of dollars into that. It's a very strange concept, this concept that you can have these quarks, these entities that can be hold a 1 value and at the same time they hold a 0 value. I'm not at all sure it's ever going to work, but if it does work, every algorithm we have and every computer we have will be obsolete. The space thing is what's been astonishing me in recent weeks. The Chinese have put a vessel on Mars. They and sent home video. We may be one slight step ahead of that because our video was from a helicopter-like device, but the Chinese are demonstrating that they are at par or near par with us in terms of Mars, in terms of landing on the dark side of the moon, in terms of International Space Station, in terms of a spacewalk. This is just incredible that this has come out of nowhere, that they are capable of doing these things. I suspect that is all based or largely based on technology that they have acquired, probably not without paying for it.
Yeah.
And they see space as we also say in Star Trek, the final frontier. They see space as a place where they want to have dominance. So we still probably have dominance in the satellite realm, thanks to some of our guys like Elon Musk, who's launching a lot of satellites. But the Chinese are clearly not vying for technological equivalency. They're vying for technological supremacy, and they're in the process of doing that. They are in the act of trying to do that. So that's what's so astonishing about it.
That segues to another question we got, which is, how do you see that any way that U.S. businesses and government can stop the theft of intellectual property by China?
Well, we have to harden our intellectual targets and our IT systems. We need to do something about this. This is one of the most sensitive things. We could go on for an hour about this. Is we have 4 million Chinese Americans, 360,000 Chinese in our universities. I'd say that 90% of them want nothing to do with the Communist Party, but a certain number of them have family in China, which makes them vulnerable. I mean, I've talked to FBI and other experts who say Chinese diplomats and intelligence agents are walking up to Chinese Americans who have relatives in China and saying to them, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you. We see you work in General Electric's carbon fiber division, building jet engines. Let's have a warm, cooperative relationship. Why don't you come to China and talk to us about this?" Well, the obvious implication is that if the government is saying that to you, your family, you can cooperate with the government and make money for yourself and for your family. Or if you don't cooperate, then your family is going to suffer. So I don't know what the percentages are, but and we certainly want to avoid a mass racial hysteria. I mean, this is one of the things that so many people are concerned about in the Chinese American community, and I share that. But we need to find a way to manage this situation. This is something that we've never faced before. The Soviets never had 4 million people, Soviets living inside the United States, insinuated into our top institutions. So it is a brand new phenomenon. I think we can manage it with goodwill and with intelligence, but that's one of the toughest challenges we face.